Coach, welcome to HSBN Media Days. Good to see you.
Thank you for having us.
Coach, introduce yourself and the players you have here today.
So I'm Coach Mora. Here to my left is Eric Vasquez, Tristan Sierra. To my right here, Julio Cardoso, Alan Sanchez, John Mora, Liam DeSico, and Kareem Amer.
So, Coach, from that first year just getting started last season to now, how big of a difference is it for you in your second year after one full year now?
Just getting a grasp of the whole season. It's a long season. I think this year we're prepared and we're more mature. We understand the grind and what we need to do to become a better team.
And you won the district championship again last year, making it back-to-back for the only time in the program history. How does it feel to make history like that?
It was nice. It was really good to do it. We know this year is a different task, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Awesome. 18 guys returned from last season, literally almost everybody after not graduating any players. How big of a difference does it make at the start of a new season to have that many guys back from the year before?
It's a huge difference. We've built this for like 5 years now. We've had some guys leave, but it's okay. I think the guys that we have is the right people that should be here. Just excited to see their progression on the field.
And Coach, you have mentioned that you truly care and you're involved in your players' lives and well-being. What is it like to have a coach like that cares so much for your players? Who wants to answer that?
I mean, he really cares about us, and him getting on top of us, telling us what to do is all out of love, respect, and he wants us to get better as an individual and as a upcoming adult.
Anybody else want to share out?
That was a good answer.
Yeah. You all like that answer?
Yeah,
Okay. And Coach, talk about that, because you make that implicit when you're, with these players.
So
why do you care so much?
This is something I've always wanted to do, growing up. Giving back, and I see their daily grind. A coach made a difference in my life, and if it wasn't for my coach, I don't know where I would be. And I know it's kind of cliche, but it really is because of my coach. And I wanted to have somewhat of a similar impact with these young men. I do it my way. It's a little different. It's not traditional way. But I think the job at the end of the day, I get through to what I really want from them. And it's at the end of the day, a game of baseball will end for everybody. But we are young men and men that are going to impact the future. And that's my biggest goal. That's my biggest job that I have, is to impact them and their futures. And that's what I really want to do.
Awesome. And with that impact, you make an impact, but you players as the leaders of the team, you're impacting your fellow players. How are you motivating those younger players to do the best they can? Who wants to answer that?
I think it's just setting a good example, them watching us play. It's more of body language showing even if we mess up, we just keep going and pushing through.
Anybody else want to chime in?
If they're lazy, just push them to become the best they can be and just keep working hard. And if they don't want to do it, you just, come on, you got to do it if you want to be here. That's it.
Yeah, because sometimes these guys need an extra push,
Yeah.
and sometimes we all fall. We need to be picked up by our fellow.
And for me to interject, something I noticed about this young club that we have, they have all taken the role of mentorship. So there's some younger players, and they either partner up with them in their position, and you kind of see the collaboration between the two, and it's actually really good to see. So I know when these guys leave, the next guys that come in ready to play, they're going to be ready.
They're going to have the tools to make
Yes.
success. That's awesome. So, Coach, with the way districts always change, and with the off-season travel baseball, rivalries are not as big as they used to be. But with all the guys back from last year, certainly there must be some teams you're excited to play for this year. Talk about your schedule.
Okay, we have a really tough schedule this year. I did it intentionally. Last year's schedule was a good schedule, but I wanted to go a little step further. Records nowadays don't really mean anything. It's about you playing the top teams and helping these young men get noticed, and to play at the next level, you have to play the best. I believe we play 3 state champions. We play a very tough schedule, but at the end of the day, that's what you want. You want to play the best. So looking forward to a new district challenge, and just making our mark too.
And you are in a new district this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coach Moore, every team depends on team chemistry for a successful season. Can you say a few words about the chemistry and the makeup of this year's Panthers team?
So this year's team, a great example. So on Friday, we've been practicing Saturdays. On Friday, I told them late we don't have practice Saturday. And in years past, kids will celebrate when we canceled practice, and believe it or not, this team, they were upset. They're like, "What? What'd you say?" And even Coach Calvin was like, "I like this," and they are always, since we've had them since they were young men, we've always instilled in them we got to work. Everything is about work. Doesn't matter, just put in the work, and they just want to work every day. Sometimes I have to slow them down a little bit. But this year's team is very driven to get better, to always get stronger. They all like to work out. We're going in the right direction, So this year's team is more mature and eager to get better every day.
Guys, can you go around and tell us what your name, your number, what position you play, what year you're in? Are you a two-way player? Do you have to compete for your position? Did you inherit it? Tell us a little bit about where you play, what part you play in the Panthers team.
Yeah. So my name is Tristan Sierra. My number is 4. I'm a catcher. Last year there was no senior, so I had the starting job as a catcher last year. This year I have a senior that I'm competing with, so it's just really good to have that competition with me this year as I didn't have it last year, and yeah.
My name is Eric. I'm also a senior. My number is 24. Last year, playing at third base, had a little bit of competition with Julio all the way at the other end of the table. Turned out good for me. And this year, it's a little bit different because I might play a different position, but I would still like to compete with him at third as well.
Back.
My name's Kareem Ember. My number is 3. I'm a left-handed pitcher. I came up as a freshman, relieving. Started last year into the starter role in the 40 innings, where I'm at now.
My name's Liam.
Yep.
I'm a right-handed pitcher. I'm a senior, and I came into the school last year. Never played with any of these guys. I had to fight for a spot, and I earned a spot. And this year, there's other guys coming, and so I got to work hard to keep my spot.
My name is John Moore, number 5. Last year, we're number 13. This year, I didn't really have to fight for a spot in center field, but I do have one of my best friends, Hector Sanchez. Just really taking him under my wing and giving him all the things he needs to learn to get to the next level, things that he should do. He's really bought in, so just really teaching some of these younger guys, and yeah. Alan Sanchez, sophomore, number 17. Last year, came up as a freshman against a senior. Put in the work in practice, was able to get the spot. And this year, there's an 8th grader coming up. He's putting the work every practice. He's showing he wants to be there, and it adds a little bit of competition, and it gets me better every single day.
My name is Julio Cardoso. I'm a junior, number 16. Last year, I was a third baseman, having competition with Eric Vasquez. I'm a pitcher too. I was number 4 in Broward County, and I'm just gonna keep working hard to be better than last year and just doing the best I can.
So he was 4th in Broward County ERA, number 1 in the county in batting average and stolen bases. He was number 3 in the county in stolen bases. He was our 1 last year, number 2. So this year we've kind of flipped a little bit. We have some talent up here, and this year hopefully we can put it all together and go further in the state playoffs.
And Coach, you have your assistant coaches here. You want to say who's here and how much they are great for the team to do success.
So starting off right here is our pitching coach, Philpo. We have Coach Calvin James, the legendary Calvin James. We have Coach Pazos, which runs everything. He does everything for us. We're missing Coach Eric Anderson. He's not here. He's our infield coach. We have a great staff. I always tell these boys that they're blessed to have these gentlemen and myself with them because we really teach them a high level of baseball. We're not just babysitting and trying to just throw BPIO. We go a little bit way more in depth in what we do. So, yes.
And for the players, how important is it for you to have such a great coaching staff? It helps your game a lot. Who wants to comment on that?
I think this is probably one of the best coaching staffs I've been on. Each of our coaches do something special and do something different. It's not like our outfield coach works with our infielders. We have an infield coach our Coach Anderson also works with us mentally. You know, we go into the classroom, take notes, do mental stuff. Coach Calvin works with us outfielders, gets us really prepared for games and stuff. Paul does all the behind the scenes, you know, the guy that does everything, and Coach Fluid does a great job with the pitchers. So honestly, it's one of the best one of the best coaching staffs I've been upon.
Yes.
Yes.
They really get in depth with us, you know? Like, they don't just yell at us, scream at us, they really talk to us personally and let us know all the information that they want us to intake, you know?
And they're bringing their experiences
Yes.
to help you guys to get better at the game, and that's what it's all about, and life, right?
Yes.
So Coach, take us out. What can we expect from the Panthers this year?
Ooh, good question. That most definitely. Well, that's something you can't say. It just happens. We're gonna play good baseball every game. I was actually talking to them about it. We don't expect to show up and win. We have to beat teams, and I think this is the maturity of the team. Last year, the games that we were supposed to win, we lost, and it's because they kind of like were immature about it. Like, oh, we're better than them. Look at our record compared to them. Look where we play travel, and this team is different. You know, you're gonna get the Gremlins. That's what we're calling ourselves. We're gonna play. We're gonna create chaos, and we have that chip, you know, on our shoulder that we have something to prove, you know. And we do play a tough schedule, so every game they know they have to show up, and that's one of the main reasons why I chose a tough schedule.
Awesome. Well, we wish you the best of luck this season. Thanks for coming out here today, and we'll see you on the field soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.